Oh boy. So let me make myself live. They can't hear you right now. Wait, say something.
Me?
Yeah, okay. So the live stream can currently hear you, but I can turn that off if you want me to.
Sure.
Cool. Either way, I mean, you have to tell me which one.
Just go ahead and mute me. That's
Perfect. Okay, sounds good. Um, Sweet. So we are all live on Twitch. We are live on Discord. So anybody who wants to pop in, people who are in the Discord, obviously there's no one else in here right now, could hear you just because they are in the channel. But you're totally fine to talk. The live stream cannot hear you. So here we are. So big news. As of just a little bit ago, I put our first like meme collection up so that it is live. It won't be able to mint until tomorrow at 11:55 a.m. just before noon. Nope. Dude. No, I set a specific start time. Which Stargaze zone? So, well, I guess I already had that open, but we're gonna go over here, and actually I can just get this address from another window. I have so many windows open, it's silly. I always do, all the time. And of course, instead of doing that, I just go to one of the chats, I send it to somebody and use that. So yeah, this is our very first drop. It's intended just to be a meme collection, and or a game. Essentially, the whole idea is that we have the 8 original Ricks of many colors, um, and it got divided down into I think it's 64 segments. Um, so as you can see there on the screen, and each piece has a certain number of duplicates, and as you collect them, if you collect a quadrant, you'll be awarded the quadrant NFT, and there are 16 of each quadrant. And if you collect all 4 quadrants, you get to assemble the Rizzle, which is, a puzzle, but it's Rick, so it's a Rizzle, followed by the first 8 people to complete a Rizzle will then get the Rick of Many Colors, which is the Rizzle but without the lines. So it's the full image. And I kind of came up with this morning. The people who collect the Rizzles and or the Rick of Many Colors will be getting a golden prologue key, and I haven't quite come up with what that's going to do, but it's going to be a little bit more special. There's only going to be the 16 of them, so I guess our collection now has 1,316 NFTs, which should be very fun. And that's just the Genesis drop of the Time Crash prologue keys. We did set a date finally, and this is the official announcement for anybody who happens to be watching. And before I do that, let me just make sure that people can hear me. It looks like they can. Sweet. So July 15th will be the drop date for the prologue keys. That is the main collection for Time Crash prologue, um, which we can pull up here. Boom. So this is the main site, and I don't really have an example of the keys up yet, but I'll get that going on the next week or two. So yeah, we have about 3 weeks till that first drop, and before then, on the 4th, I have another drop planned that will be airdropped out to like thousands of addresses, and it's an invitation to Time Crash Prologue. So nobody has to pay for it; it just shows up in the wallets, and it'll be great. So very exciting. I almost fucked up the deployment for the Rick of Many Colors, but I managed to save it before I got too far. Um, so let's get to what we are after this week, which is how to even get to Stargaze Zone and how to mint things and how to pay for things and using the Keplr wallet. Um, so this is Keplr. It's the Chrome web extension. It's the one I use very regularly. It looks like this when you open it up here. Um, so to even be able to operate in this ecosystem, you have to have a wallet. And we went through the process of creating a wallet last time where we got our seed phrases, we wrote those down, which, by the way, you totally failed at your security test and you left me your seed phrases. Yeah, they're sitting on my desk. I've been taking notes on them. So you officially failed all of crypto. I'm joking. I know, right? That was just a test wallet, whatever. You can always just make another one and transfer everything there. So you can follow along if you want to. You don't have to. You can get the Keplr wallet as an iOS or Android app. Just make sure you get the right one. Keplr. Um, it's the best wallet for our ecosystem right now. You can use Cosmos Station. It's not quite as comprehensive. There was one other, and I don't remember what it was, but it kind of fell by the wayside. So first of all, you hit the add to Chrome. Mine says remove because I've already got it installed, but you hit that, and it'll pop up here like so. And I've got a bunch of accounts, and when you want to, it'll automatically start you out here if you don't have an account. Do not sign in with your Google or Facebook or anything like that. Um, it's important to always create your seed phrases. If you've already got a couple of wallets in the Cosmos ecosystem, like a Cosmos Station, or you've got a ledger, you can import them right here. The ledger, you have to input your codes and everything, which is nice. It's the most secure method, but you don't have to. You can import your existing accounts, put in your seed phrases. You can also just create a new account. So it'll offer you these seed phrases right here. Obviously, we're not going to use these ones because they're being seen by the public. Um, yeah, so you do that, you write them down, import or create your account name here. I suggest if you're going to do something a little more security minded, so like my main account for minting the NFTs is under a 24 word instead of a 12 word. It's just a little more safe. So you do all that, you copy them down, and it will open you up like usual. So then it will look a lot like this. So right now there's 1 star in this wallet, um, but that's just because I sent exactly 1,001 to do that mint. Um, First off, you've got a bunch of options of different assets here. Cosmos Hub is the core of all of our assets. It's the one that most exchanges carry. So if you go to Coinbase, you go to um, Binance, anywhere. Everyone has Cosmos. It goes under the ticker of ATOM, ATOM. If you want to get money to and from this ecosystem, that's normally how we do it. A couple of other ones that people had listed was, I want to say Terra was listed, but Terra crashed and we're not using Terra anymore. There's all these kind of different assets in here. Keplr does a really good job of working with new chains that are Cosmos SDK to get them functional so that people can use them. I mean, there's Stargaze testnet, there's all these little projects here that are kind of experimental or under beta support. That doesn't mean a whole lot. So we're going to go all the way back up to Cosmos Hub. Cool. So that's how you change assets. If you need to change accounts, you click the little dude, pick your account. If you need to do other stuff, your settings, your address book, under settings, if you need your seed phrase again, you can get to it, but you do need to be able to provide your current password to um, this current wallet. Anytime you recreate the wallet, you're going to be able to make a new password just because you're using the hardest form of security to access it, that seed phrase. It's going to be like, all right, cool. You obviously have access to this at the base level. You can create a new password every time that you reuse those seed phrases. Pretty easy to understand, right? Cool. So we're gonna jump over here. I'm actually gonna go like this and double. No, hold on. I want it to go to the landing page. There we go. So this is Osmosis Zone. Osmosis Zone is what's known as an automated market, so AMM for short. So instead of using an order book where one person makes an order for a buy and one person makes an order for a sell and they match up, here we provide liquidity and it uses aggregated data from other markets. Um, I mean, a broad spectrum. So any market that is using any of these assets at all, or assets that kind of intersect with these ones, it takes data from that to decide on the prices. So that when you go through and buy, you're buying from a pool instead of a book. Um, so there's just a bunch of different paired assets to trade between. And even if there isn't asset A and asset C that are paired together, there will be asset A and B and then asset B and C, and it'll trade from this one to that one to that one to that one. So then it gets you to where you're going in an additional step without you having to do anything. Um, so we're going to jump right in here. It'll just bring you to one of the things, the trading page first off. So the first thing you need to know is that we have to connect with Keplr. So you got to authorize it. Either one of these will work depending on which thing you are using. If you want, you can actually connect like this and scan using your mobile app so that you can control the transactions from your phone, a second device. Um, I normally just use the extension like most people. First thing we need to do is have assets on the exchange. Because right now we've got 1.1 ATOM available out here. And this is in our wallet. So this is not in the ecosystem of Osmosis. To go from our wallet to Osmosis, we have to do what's called an IBC transfer. That's an inter-blockchain transfer. So it takes your asset and it uses a protocol to basically hold it in a non-accessible wallet except by you when you transfer to and from the inter-blockchain network. So you're basically going from your laptop through the router out to the internet, if that makes sense. So from here, we don't have to do anything on the wallet. The wallet will prompt us when we need to. Um, Actually, it should have. So Keplr, cool. It normally, if I haven't already logged in, it will prompt you to enter your password. Fortunately, I mess around here all day, so don't have to do that. Scroll down until you find the asset that you already have. Right now, I happen to have some ATOM because that's what we would have had being a new individual here. Um, so we've got two options here, deposit, withdraw. We are depositing from our wallet to the IBC, aka Osmosis Zone. So we're going to deposit whatever we got in there. I'm actually going to do slightly less than. You always want to leave just a little bit for transactions, so I'm just going to move one. And we can delete that period. Boop. So it's prompting us using the Keplr extension right now. You got a question? No? Yes? Maybe? Hi, Dan. Love you. Anyway, I'm showing people how to get to and from Stargaze so they can buy NFTs. Ah, that's that's hilarious. Right? Oh, fucking wrecked. Kill me. Oh, jeez. Anyway, nice. Do it. All right, all right. So, um, anytime you try and make any transactions around the IBC or in any of these apps that are on the IBC, it'll prompt you to sign a transaction um, from for anything, for everything. And that's what we want here. We want it always asking your permission to do anything. Um, so you're going to use the wallet to sign the transactions on that network. Um, right now, what it's saying is IBC transfer, send one ATOM to this address. This address is actually the same address that if we go over here and we go down to our Osmosis address is right here. Um, because Osmosis is natively on the IBC, you can always send and receive Osmosis without having to transfer it. So we're just going to approve that. You don't have to put in a memo unless you want to. I very seldom need to change this. It's almost always I set it average. We're going to do high just for the sake of time. Eh, it's the difference of like 30 seconds at this point because IBC is so fast. The relayers, there's so many of them, and they're always working so well. It's pretty easy. So we're just going to approve that. You're going to see up here that it's broadcasting the transaction. Um, and because we did pay for the expedited fee, it'll go a little faster. So the front end of this website doesn't always keep up with what is on chain. So if you're not seeing what just happened, well, there it goes. IBC transfer complete. Now you see right here, we've got our ATOM sitting in our IBC wallet. So this is more like operating on any other exchange where you've got all these assets and it shows them. Fortunately, this is a permissionless, self-governed like ecosystem. You're not operating on a debit system the same way you would be um, on Coinbase or Binance or anything like that. Um, you don't ever have to have permission from anybody to use this. You don't have to log in. You just need access to your own wallet. So you're still self sovereign, which is great. Um, things that you can do here. So up here, we can take our ATOM and we can trade it for Osmo. There will always be this right here, will tell you the exchange rate, um, possible slippage and or fees. So 0.2%. Nothing crazy. We aren't going to swap to Osmo. I'll swap just a little bit. We need like 0.1. That'll work. So we're going to swap for that. It's almost one Osmo, and that's enough to really get us anywhere. So again, it's going to prompt you for any transaction, anything. If you do want to, you can go through and read this code, and it's fairly easy to read. So you can see it's using the pool number one as the swapping mechanism. Token out, which is the outbound token, is going to be Osmo. Token in is going to be your IBC transfer of that ATOM. And this number right here, I don't know what the decimal value, I think the decimal value is just there at the 1. Um, but so this is what we are getting back out, is this 0.95. So the decimal would be right here after that. Anyway, reading smart contracts is just annoying. Anyway, so we're just going to approve that and wait for it to broadcast. You can swap back over here to your assets. Up at the top, it'll always tell you a bunch of core information, you know, how much you have in US dollar value. This aggregates everything that's in your account. So right now, we've got about $7 in ATOM and about 75 cents worth of Osmo. But it all adds up to the same amount in US dollars unless it changed price in the last 30 seconds. Um, you can then go if you need to or want to, and this is how you can make a bunch of money for just having money. Um, exposing yourself to the risk of being in these pools comes with a very high yield of, I mean, if you look at this one, for a 14-day bond, 86.4% plus 8%. And we can talk about this at a later day and how that works. But normally you're just looking at this first APR number. Um, and it varies between every single pool, and there's hundreds of pools. So this is what we call being incentivized. So you're incentivized to provide your liquidity to the market to function correctly. Because it is kind of a risky thing to do, they provide you value in return, hence the high APR. when we started doing this, it was like 1700%. And every now and then you'll see 250 these days. But you can scroll down through here and see all these. I mean, 89%, 95%, 95, 76. And this is just what's incentivized inside of Osmosis. Osmosis gives you Osmosis tokens as a reward. Um, and because this ecosystem is so well functioning and always moving, that always has a value. Right now, it is much lower than it used to be, of 0.79. It was $11 a month or two ago per Osmosis token. Yeah, it was pretty wild. Welcome to bear market. um, and you can have pools for damn near anything. So USDC is a stable coin with Osmosis. So there's a USDC Osmosis, Atom Osmosis, wrapped ETH Osmosis, wrapped BTC, so Bitcoin, um, Juno, etc., etc., etc. The really good ones that we want are the externally incentivized pools. So we come down here and we find things like stars and osmosis. This is what allows us to get to and from Atom to Osmosis to Stargaze. So we want our stars tokens so we can go buy Stargaze NFTs, right? So because there is this, almost 3 million worth of liquidity in this pool, we're able to come in here and trade. You can look over here and, the APR on Osmosis isn't great. You get another 8% if you're going to super fluid stake. But if you pop on over to Stargaze, and we're going to open this, and we're going to go to stake. So what you're going to see here is that the staking APR here is at 97.8, which is pretty dang good. Where is... Oh, nope, that just takes us right back there. That's really funny. Here we go. So I mentioned there being external incentives. A lot of the coins that are not Osmosis itself will add an additional amount of tokens to further incentivize. So instead of just getting Osmosis tokens, you're also going to get star tokens or stars tokens. And that just immediately gets given to you once a day at about 10 a.m. And in both Osmosis tokens and stars tokens. So every morning I've got some of these tokens just sitting in my account, just waiting for me, which is great, free money. Yes, you're exposed to a bunch of risk, but I mean, I was able to travel Europe mostly just on my rewards. Like I didn't have to take anything out. I was just like, yeah, $100 here, $100 there. It's great. Um, so that external reward for LP, which is liquidity providing, is right here at 94.64. So if we take that 94%, we come back over here, add it to the 33%, that's like 136 plus 8 is another, so that makes it 143 or something. Just doing really bad, shitty math. Anyway, so the point is that yes, this number on Osmosis isn't great. However, you are getting that additional 94% APR from Stargaze. And up here, so this is what you're looking for is the bonus bonding reward. So over the next 93 days, that is still available. So at the end of that 93 days, we no longer get that. It's just there to encourage growth and adding liquidity so that they can function correctly. Um, so liquidity is generally how you refer to any money or asset that you are capable of spending freely. You don't have to ask permission. You don't have to like wait 5 days to get it out of the bank. You don't have to do anything like that. It is readily available immediately. So our liquidity right now is $7.7. Oh, look, I think it went up. It was, what wasn't it, 7.65 a minute ago? Yeah, it went up a little bit. Neat. Um, it happens regularly. So this is our liquidity right here. So we've got this almost one token of Osmo. We've got almost one token of Atom. It shows you the US dollar value. We can trade it for any of these other tokens that are available inside this network. There's tons of them. And I can go over what a bunch of these are if you want me to. But um, Okay, well, USDC is our local Ethereum-based stablecoin. It's actually the one that I use to spend when I use my Coinbase card. To get it to and from Coinbase, I've not even tried this yet. You're going to have to use an Ethereum bridge, which I believe we have now. Eh. Wrapped ETH is um, Ethereum on this network. To get it here, we had to use an Ethereum bridge, um, which basically takes that and wraps it into a new token, and it holds that asset into a wallet, and you can move around this wrap token. And when you want to take this one out, it goes here, and you get the original one and comes back out for whatever value you have available. And so it just gives you the option of moving to and from networks. Normally, you can't do that. Um, it took me quite a while to figure out how wrapping a token works. Um, okay, thanks, babe. Um, so we've got wrapped ETH, wrapped Bitcoin, DAI. DAI is an explanation I don't really feel like going into right now. Um, CRO is the native token of crypto.com. I believe they're going by Kronos as the token right now. Um, it's a decent token. Juno is a good layer one that kind of sprung from Osmosis. Evmos is our Ethereum bridge right now. I've been doing a bunch of stuff there recently, pretty good APRs for staking. I don't know much about Kava. Secret Network is a whole network based on not being able to show your transactions without your permission. So if somebody wants to look at your wallet, they're not going to see anything. If they want to see your transaction, they're not going to see anything. They need a viewing key. Stars is our native token for Stargaze Network. Hua Hua is the Chihuahua coin, basically Dogecoin for the IBC. Oh, XPRT was some sort of um, real estate DAO. What? Oh, fair enough. Um, Next, we've got AKT, aka Akash, which is a decentralized cloud platform. Pretty cool stuff. DVPN is a decentralized VPN network. So if you need to use a VPN, you can work with that, and it's all decentralized. Don't remember this one. IOV didn't do very well. It was just a naming service. NGM was a money service for the euro. Litecoin was supposed to be a social network. BCNA was a weed investment network. BTSG is music, so that's Bitsong. So you can invest in people's music. You can buy their music tokens, etc. I don't know much about Med or XKI. CMDX is a trading platform. Lum is a review network. So if you need like Google reviews or Amazon reviews on a product, they reward you for putting out good content and with their Lum token. Desmos, I don't have anything good to say about them. Sommelier, hit or miss. It's a platform where basically you can do. They'll take your portfolio and they'll invest it for you. Um, so it small EA service for your coins. I don't know much about Sif Chain or Band or Dark, Umi. Kind of, I didn't really see a whole lot there. I had some Marble. Don't really know what they're doing right now. Neta is a layer two on Juno um, that is supposed to be kind of the Bitcoin um, equivalent on Juno. I don't know much about Injective here, but there's a quick breakdown. Tons of coins, and this isn't all of them. There's another sub platform of Osmosis called the Frontier, and they did that just to kind of take away some of the risk exposure from the main platform. So this is very, very new and early coins and stuff. Um, but anyway, so that's the kind of rundown here. Um, Again, you can come over here and find which pools you like. To add liquidity to start getting rewards that happen daily, you'll come in here. You need to have kind of an equal US dollar amount of the two coins. So in this case, Atom Osmo, we would come in, do this where it'll make it so that it always puts in the right amount. So it's about 75 cents worth of each. And we can add liquidity. Again, it'll ask you to approve all of your transactions and close that. So you'll see that you have liquidity in here. This isn't going to make you money yet. You actually have to bond your tokens. So once you do this, it basically provides you an LP token. So it's the aggregated value of the two smashed into one token so that they can do what they need to on the back end. So you would click start earning, you would choose your unbonding time. So when you bond, you can decide at any point in time to start unbonding. But depending on which one of these you choose is how long it takes to get your coins back. During that time, there is a tier system of how many rewards you get during that time. So if you choose the 14-day and then you click unbond, you will get the 14-day rewards on the first day. After that, for the next 7, you will get the 7-day rewards. So it changes the APR from here to here. So after that 7 days, it'll switch down again to the 1-day rewards. So this 13% until the last day. You get nothing on the last day because your tokens become available again. They're unlocked and liquid. What is going on over here? Did my Discord die? Did my Discord die? Damn it. Where did I lose you? Okay. Um, so you missed the part about unbonding. Okay. So essentially, once you bond, if you bond it for 14 days, you can unbond it right away, but you have to wait 14 days to get all your tokens back. And as you go through those 14 days, the rewards deteriorate across these 3 different tiers. On the last day, you don't get any tokens, any rewards at all. You just get your tokens back. Because of what's known as impermanent loss, the amount of tokens that you have coming back may change. The value will be the same, but the actual number of tokens between the two will be different. So, say the price of ATOM goes up a bunch, you would then have more Osmo tokens and less ATOM tokens, but the US dollar value is approximately going to be the same. Does that make sense? Um, Essentially, you may, depending on when you unbond, lose some value. However, you've been getting value from the rewards over that long period of time. Um, so that's where your risk is. And the price is still fluctuating across the market as per usual, but you're getting rewarded regardless. Um, Once you do, so if you want to unbond, you just come down here and you click unbond all in whichever one you have stuff in. But once you get that done, you say, hold on. Oh, hold on. I know why. Okay, hold on. More pressing matters. I need a cough drop and a soda. Excuse me. Oh, better. Man, we had a cleaning lady come over yesterday, and I swear to God, she didn't clean my room. We had a cleaning lady come yesterday, and I swear to God, she didn't clean my room. Everything's still dusty. It's like all I ask her to do in here is like dust and like do the floors. That's it. Anyway, so to get your money back out, we come up here. Thank you. I will sort that out right. Meow. Meow. So you can't see my eyeball watering or me coughing. Fantastic. Everyone else can, if anyone else is watching. Okay, let me blow my nose. Okay, great. So to get your money back out once you have reached that unbonding time, just pop over, hit the add remove liquidity button, and then you switch to the remove tab. From there, I'm just going to do that, depending on how much you want to pull out. Pitter patter. Oh God, it's because I don't have any Osmo. Fortunately, Osmosis allows you to make transactions without a fee. Otherwise, we'd be stuck here again. Some networks don't do that, man, and there are security risks involved with having free transactions, including the fact that like you can just have set up a bunch of bots to spam a network and it'll overwhelm it. Yeah, it's crazy. Um, we had an issue where that we thought that was going to be a problem, and so we did actually implement a fee for a little while. Managed to avert said crisis fairly gracefully, so that wasn't a huge issue. Um, anyway, so that's how you get what you need. Right now, what we need is to swap for some stars. Okay, so come up here, and we're gonna trade. Yeah, we'll trade our atom for STA stars. Cool. And I'm just gonna max that out. Looks like we got a whopping 334. Stars aren't very expensive right now. I think I'll check the price here in a sec. So we're gonna do that transaction. If you want to know about prices and stuff, um, these three we haven't talked about at all. You can pop over here, and this will open up where all of the aggregated data is. So just come over here and pick our asset. Stargaze is currently worth uh, 2 cents. That's not bad. It was worth about 55 cents earlier this year. So needless to say, we were doing pretty good. Um, Bear market things again. So that just means that now we can gather a bunch of stars and do well once the price goes up. So this is just another price chart like any other. Right, it's actually using data straight from TradingView, which is super nice because they have really good charts. It's what I use when I do actual charting. So that's what it would look like over there. But so 2 cents a coin, and you can figure out all sorts of other stuff on this, including you can connect your wallets and get a bunch of data. Um, staking staking is very similar to providing liquidity. In this case, you as somebody who isn't running a validator node, so a computer that processes its transactions, you aren't able to do that because you don't have that hardware. But you can delegate your coins because this is a proof of stake network to someone else to further secure the network. The more coins, the more secure the network. Um, and so you can come through and pick which one of these validators you like, and you know decide to delegate your coins, and you pick however many coins and add it in here. Um, Pretty simple. It takes 14 days to get your coins back. The difference between this and providing liquidity is that in that 14 days you get 0 rewards, um, and on certain networks it can be 21 days instead of 14. Cosmos, aka Atom, is 21 days. But being staked in these networks also has the added benefit of potentially getting airdrops from places like Juno or my own network that, later this year. So the people who start these networks and build them decide, okay, we value this community. We want them to have our tokens, so they airdrop them out instead of doing an ICO. That saves them from potentially being considered a security by the SEC, and nobody wants that. So you just kind of throw a bunch out into the world and say, here you go, magic money. Um, yeah. And so after that, you make yourself a liquidity pool, and that enables you to trade your coins with other coins. The price will sort itself out from there naturally as the market, demands or doesn't demand your coin. Um, so that's what you get there. I think we're just about done over on this page. So we've got our star tokens over here, and we are going to go ahead and withdraw those bad boys. I'm just going to max that out and approve it. So this is doing an IBC transfer from Osmosis zone back out to the native network of Stargaze. Bam. So now if we come over here and we go to Stargaze, click, you can see we've got our stars already up in there, which is great. That was pretty quick. And we can do whatever we need to with them. I can send them to somebody. If you want to send them, we pop over here to the send button. You put in the recipient. Um, stars is the token you want to use. The amount. You don't have to use a memo if you don't want to. Pick your speed of network, whatever your fee is, and you can send it. It's pretty freaking fast. Like you saw how fast that got there. When it's on its own native network, it's even faster. Um, so now that we've got our stars, let's come over here and give this a refresh, and you'll see up here it shows 335 stars because this is the actual Stargaze app. Automatically shows them up there once you have your wallet connected. Um, let's see. This was, so I went to the airdrop page to get that number for our Osmosis LP. On my other accounts, it would show that I collected like a bunch of stars as an airdrop for having staked Atom and Osmosis tokens. So I got a bunch of rewards from that. Um, what they do here is there are missions to claim certain amounts. So initial claim, just for free, whatever. Second mission is to stake. So go through and stake some of your coins on the network. It can be just one coin, whatever. It's not a big deal. You can vote on governance proposals. So anything that happens on these networks requires a governance proposal because it is a decentralized autonomous organization. So that means it's purely democratic. Anything can happen for any reason if you make a proposal and everyone votes on it. If people say it sucks, nothing happens. Um, if they say it's cool, then the thing happens. And that's how actual democracy is supposed to work. So, another thing that they were asking you to do was mint an NFT. So, you pop on over to the Launchpad and mint an NFT. Um, New ones are constantly being released, like my own. Um, So there will always be something to mint. Fifth mission is buy an NFT on the marketplace, which marketplace is still in beta, but it works pretty damn good. So if we do want to mint an NFT, we can pop over here to the Launchpad. Launchpad is um, going to feature specific projects based on whatever criteria they set out and decide on. Every Friday, they add a few new ones to the featured Launchpad. But if you aren't featured, you're totally still welcome to mint like we did today, or drop your NFT collection, and it'll show up over here. So first, we're gonna take a look here. Oh, so all the information you need is here. Number of NFTs, 200 or 2,222. Royalties. So the royalties are anytime on the marketplace that it gets bought and sold, the original creator gets that 10% royalty. Um, shows how many are already minted, so 30% minted already. If you have whitelist, it'll show you the time it starts up here, or in the case of if it's already going, it'll show you how long you have. Um, your price, how many tokens you're allowed to get is this whitelist 159 right here. Price, oh no, max tokens 8. So I don't know what the 159 is. That may be how many addresses. So if your address gets recorded by the people minting this token before they mint the token, you may get whitelist. It's a whole different part of the contract. I didn't do it for mine because I just said, fuck it, let's go. But now it is live with public sale, so you can buy any you want for the 888 stars. Let's see, 1,299, 72,000 stars. What I like to do with these, this is a one of one. So there's only 10 FTs total, and they're asking for 72,000, which is like 750 US. Let's find out. So we can come over here, change this to stars, and 72. That is $1,400. Um, Personally, I don't know how well these are going to do right now with such high prices in a bear market. People are not feeling particularly rich right now, so eh. But hopefully they do well. Apparently somebody is 70% minted, so that's, I mean, 7 tokens. Some simple math there. Um, this one is for 1,500, 68% minted. They're doing pretty good. 53, etc., etc. Nothing exciting to report there. However, you can come over here and it's broken down into a much more condensed version, so you can see a lot more things. obviously of the featured tab. They're just going to show, much bigger. But you can already see ours is sitting here. Um, so this is the Time Crash Presents the Rick of Many Colors. Um, there's all sorts of jokes behind the Rick of Many Colors in the fact that it's a friend of mine, and we just made this of him, and he just loves it. But anyway, so here we are. You can see there are 1,832 tokens. The royalties are 5%. It shows 4% minted, even though our start time isn't till tomorrow. That's because I went through and pulled out the rewards, the rewarded tokens. And we can go over here and see those. Um, and I do this on the back end over here in Visual Studios. Um, so there's Visual Studios contracts. Um, and I'm able to mint out whatever I need to whomever I need to. Um, as you can see, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. This is like 100 tokens or so. Um, so each one of these is a rectangle, more of the same rectangle. They're all numbered and labeled so that we know which one's which, even though they're the same thing. And here are the Ricks of many colors. Um, there we go. Um, Rick in every color, as his various gods demand of him. Down here, we've got all of our um, bits of metadata, and what we've got is like the position. I just kind of made jokes out of this because this is the final one, but background color is all colors, face colors all, state complete, pieces required one. This is the fourth generation, so it starts with the single puzzle pieces and goes to the rectangles, which is made up of like 30 puzzle pieces, and then the Rizzle is made up of the 4 rectangles, and so when you finally get to the final version, it's the fourth iteration, you know, et cetera, et cetera. And we can look at this one and see it shows the position. So it's 1-4, so that's top left. Background color is green, face color is purple, state partially assembled, pieces required to get here was 16, quantity available is 16, and second generation. So after you collect, the pieces needed, which would be all of these pieces shown. You see these half pieces over here. Um, these ones are fucking cool because you can have just one of each of these and then all the rest of these ones and create both pieces, so the left and the right version. Um, yeah, yeah. This one in the middle is, I think it's D4. I think is the positioning of that one. And we can actually go over to Time Crash and view upon the Rizzle. And I need to update right here. So this is supposed to be a link to that, and I will change that in a sec because it didn't have a link before. So here's a breakdown of everything, and like I said, it's 4D. 4D is the very middle piece, and this shows how many pieces of each there are. So of the 1A piece, there's 36, the 1D is 32. So I tried to make it so that there are actually fewer of some of them, but there's still exactly the right number of pieces that you can still create 16 of each of these. Um, I don't know that we'll actually get 16 of those minted, but I think we may be able to get 8 of these created, which will then allow us to get 8 of these created. The whole idea is that like you can trade them, you can buy them, you can, do whatever to try and get the whole puzzle. But once you form one of each, um, then I'm going to record everything, send out the correct corresponding piece to reward them, and basically make it so that, if anybody else has that token, it's no longer capable of making another token. So you can't just be like, okay, I have this wallet, I'm going to make a bunch of these and then send all my same pieces to the next wallet. No, we're going to have all that recorded so that you can't double down. So that's pretty much all of it. Oh God, I didn't delete my extra page. Oh God. Excuse me while I fix that. That is pretty much it. It only took an hour, not bad. Any questions or comments? Fair enough. All right, all right. Um, let's see, let's see. Other things of note that you may want. Um, eh, most of the coins you may or may not want to stake are available here on the left side. Um, some of them are not. There are better platforms to work with Evmos. Um, what else? Chihuahua's not over here. If you want to be able to like stake a bunch of Chihuahua or anything like that, I use Omniflix. Omniflix is another platform. They have um, not only an NFT, um, what do you call it, marketplace, but they have a bunch of staking platforms and validator nodes. So we can actually connect a bunch of these all at once, and it'll show you what you've got in each wallet. And if you want to, you can click on this and it'll take you directly to where you can stake and do all this stuff. So you come over here and blah, blah. If you want to vote, this is what a proposal looks like. And disregard proposal 21. So this was a proposal to say, don't worry about that other proposal. Classic. Uh, that was the second one of those I've seen on one of these networks recently, where it's like, everybody, don't worry about that other one. It's nothing. I just fucked up. Sorry. But you can see all the validators down here. Um, yeah. Oh, here we go. Something else we need. Hubble Tools. Hubble Tools is very important to the Stargaze network because it is the only way that we know what anything is worth or what's going on the Stargaze network. So they've got a bunch of really great rarity tools. And if we go over to say the blue chips are what, basically the core projects, the ones that we know and trust that are big. So Stargaze Punks is pretty forefront. They were there at Genesis. I've got two. And so you can come on here and you can see the ranking of each punk. Um, and go down and let's see. Any given one. Hold on, we'll switch wallets here. Boop. Switch that one. And now let's go to your NFT wallet. The fuck? Oh, connect. There we go. Cool. So now we can see what wallet or what NFTs I have, and if I want to know the rarity score of them, it's already listed here. But say let's go to my Stargaze Punk. So I've got these two. Click that, and rarity rank. So this one's 1700 of 8,888. Um, so you can kind of judge your value based on that. Um, a bunch of these were free, and some of them are like this one. So this one was an airdrop from this project here, the Wad Squad. Wad Squad's pretty dope. I like the guy who runs it. Me and him talk about stuff all the time. But you click on it and you can actually listen. Can you hear that? The music? Nice. Yeah, so he wrote this, or well, I think he had somebody else write it for him, but yeah, he just like sent this out as a gift for, you know, everyone who invested in his project as a thank you. Um, right? So we're gonna have something very similar, um, especially with the second drop that's coming out on Monday, which is gonna be an airdrop for anybody who's listening. Hop on over in the Discord and throw your address down into the OG addresses channel, and I'll log it, and you'll get an airdrop on Monday. It'll be super cool. But yeah, so there you go. A little breakdown of how all this works. There's a bunch of cool stuff here. The live mint stream is super fun because you can see what individual tokens just got minted as it's happening. And so, like, obviously, these ones are the ones that just got minted. Um, there's one of those ones, the X ones that we just saw. Oh, a bunch of those just got minted. Nice. Um, this kind of gives you an idea of what's popular right now, what's getting exciting. You can go to the live sales. So these are the sales that are happening on the marketplace. So you can then kind of judge better. Maybe I should sell my Stargaze MF or NFT because a bunch of them are going for a high price right now. You can kind of see when the market's hot. You just have to pay attention. Let's see. 6K. Let's look at this. And so you can kind of be like, okay, so my other one was number 1700. So therefore, I should be able to get an, a similar price. So he got 6,666 as the stars point price for selling that NFT. So I could be like, okay, 7,500, etc. So super useful. Live new listings. I believe this is when people list their tokens for sale in the marketplace, um, etc. So I think that's it. Once we start minting, you'll actually start seeing the NFTs show up in this stream, which will be super cool. So there you go. I think we are about done for today, which means it's dinner time. um, let me close up the Twitch stream and then we can chat without broadcasting. Ending screen. Boop. And